By the time I catch up, he's already surrounded by a pile of corpses. I can't hold back anymore. You! I rush toward him, but he points his arm at me again. Duh. I try sidestepping in both directions, but he stays on me. By the time I finally get close, he just leaps back again. Then he pulls out another ampule and jams it into him.
他になんかハッピーなイベントはねえか？俺は今最高に幸せをかみしめてんだ。あのあたり、いいのがいそうだろう?
He points at a group of refugees. I recognize one of them. Sensei, run! Please, run!
恩師かよ、そりゃいい。どいつだ？一匹ずつ手足をもいでいきゃ、おめえの反応でわかるか。よっしゃ、恩師当てゲームだ。
Takasago walks toward the group. I run toward him, aiming for his neck. Takasago effortlessly blocks with one arm. The strongest blade I could make digs into him, but I can't cut through. He twists his arm until his hardened flesh snaps off my blade. Then he hits me in the shoulder, knocking me backward. Duh! He snorts at me, then continues walking toward the group. They all stare blankly at the huge man approaching them. My teacher steps forward. The group is made up largely of the wounded and elderly. If you want to hurt us, would you mind talking a little first? I used to be his teacher. I almost want to cry.
ゲームだっつったろ！正解の方からシャシャリ出てくるやつがあるかい！
He grabs Sensei's head with his poison-soaked fingers. I can only see the bottom half of her face now. She manages to get out a muffled scream. Please, let's talk about this.
1分かけて握りつぶしてやるから、その間に勝手に話せや。
I hear her skull crack slightly. Guy! A voice I've never heard before. I'm almost impressed by his destruction. Does this man have this power just to make people capable of emitting these noises? Everything's broken. My teacher's life is breaking. My sanity is breaking. Someone, please stop him. I hear a gunshot and Takasago's hand lets go. Don't move! One man is holding up a gun. Smoke comes out of the barrel and a smashed piece of metal appears on Takasago's arm. He flicks it off.
お？マートル関連の捜査員だろ、おめえ。
What the hell are you? What happened to your face?
俺の顔がどうしたい？
Are you taking drugs?
なんだと？毒はうめえんだよ！
He suddenly steps forward and swings a fist toward the man. The officer falls to the ground, his limbs stiff. There's a massive dent in his head. Ishima! You bastard! More officers come out of the woodwork. They start shooting. They all hit, but all the bullets can do is bruise his skin. Medium or high-level familiars can't be killed by conventional weapons. We surrender!
投降ってのはよ、強者が弱者に強いるもんだろうがよ。
Acid burns the policeman's face off like butter. A fist crushes another policeman's organs. A roundhouse kick breaks two more in half. 4 new corpses in seconds.
邪魔が入って悪かったな、先生。
We can talk about this. She's pale and shaking, but not running away. Takasago picks her up again. After showing just how powerful he is, I cut down a sign and smack him with it. The stop sign sticks to Takasago's face, speaking for me.
Oh!
For the first time, one of my attacks makes him stagger and fall to one knee. That's it. I know what to do now. Takasago's eyes fill with anger and he tries to stand up. I grab a speed limit sign and swing it down on him. Takasago almost falls to the ground. He's down on all fours now. I get a bicycles only sign. I swing it low like a golf club. The uppercut forces him to stand back up awkwardly. That's it for signs. I look for more blunt weapons. I hit him with a bench. I throw some flower pots.
くそこいつしつけえぞ
He throws poison at me from close range. I've been waiting for that. Da! I don't even care if my right hand melts off anymore. My blades slide into the slits in his arm. I barely feel any resistance. My blades get inside his body. He slaps me in the side of the head with his other hand. I crash into a wall, damaging my eardrums. Damn it. I'm deaf in one ear now. Tennoji-kun! Tennoji-kun! Please, stay back, sensei. If you stay here, he'll just use you.
こんなものすぐに治るんだよ
He takes out more ampules. Takasago! I jump kick him. I hit his wrist, knocking away the ampules.
てめえ
As his fist comes toward me, I hit him in the elbow and change its course. His fist digs into the ground. Hiya! His face is defenseless. I hit it with the strongest roundhouse kick I can muster. Takasago stumbles. I grab his waist, trying to tackle him. I push against the ground. Fall over already.
うぜえんだよガキ
His body tilts. His left hand slams into my face from point-blank range. Something tells me to ignore it. Doesn't matter. I have to bring him down. I push and feel a sharp pain in my left shoulder. The next moment, Aurora bursts out of my shoulder and skewers his fist. The blades change further inside his body, cutting apart everything they can find. Whatever was keeping those poisons from hurting him is broken now, and his entire arm suddenly becomes inflamed, giving off a powerful stench. He falls over, shaking the ground. I look down at the monster, and I'm filled with a burning desire to finish him. I get down on top of him. I shout as I pound my fists into his face. My hands tear and blood comes out. I feel no pain. But no matter how hard I hit, I'm not killing him. This isn't enough. My fists aren't lethal enough, even though he's weak to blunt weapons.
使え天王寺
Yoshino throws something toward me. A pair of brass knuckles. Actually stainless steel. Perfect timing, Yoshino! I put them on and beat the crap out of Takasago's face. No more strategy or tactics. Just keep hitting him until he stops moving. With every punch, I try to break his skull. He punches me back. I still have the advantage, but his fists still have the power of a small explosion. I can feel the shocks ripple through my innards. But that doesn't change the fact that I can hit him a lot faster than he can hit me from this position. I can do damage faster than he can. I madly pound his face into the ground. Takasago's guard weakens. My blows are definitely hurting him now. Die! The brass knuckles break and parts of them fly away. I stand up. I put my hands together. I swing my arms up as high as possible. With all my body weight, muscle strength and soul, I bring my fist down on his face. Takasago's face shatters. Takasago swings an arm. It hits me in the side, throwing me off.
クソガキが
He picks himself up first. He holds his face with one hand, and I can see dark blood pouring out from between his fingers.
天王寺さっきの女を裂いてやるからな
Instead of attacking me, he heads toward my teacher. Sensei, run! I thought I screamed that, but no voice comes out. I've taken a lot of damage. I can't even stand up. I try to put a foot on the ground and push myself up, but my knees give out. But Takasago's legs still work, and he's heading straight for my teacher. She glares at Takasago. Why won't you run?
逃げなかったのは褒めてやるぜ先生。
I can't leave one of my students behind.
立派だ。あんたみたいな先生がいたら俺はきっとぶん殴ってたな。
He reaches out, but his arm stops before it reaches its target. His body sinks. His arm begins convulsing. It doesn't stop.
なんだどうしたことだこりゃ。
The shaking spreads through the rest of his body. You finally hit your limit.
まだだ。まだ納得できてねえ。
Takasago slowly turns, glaring at me over his shoulder.
もっとエネルギーがありゃいい。それで俺はどこまでもハッピーになれる。
He uses more ampules, one after the other. 3, 4. I don't know what kind of drugs he's using, but there's too much for him to inject all at once. He throws the remaining ampules into his mouth. He crushes them with his teeth. The blend of toxins dribbles out of the corners of his mouth, forming a little rainbow waterfall.
これでいい。これで。
Takasago's whole body begins to crumble into powder. Powder with absolutely bizarre colors formed by mixtures of poisons and bodily fluids. His familiarized body parts couldn't take it anymore. His arms, abdomen, thighs all turn to murky, reddish black water.
死んだ。
Most of his body is gone now. He stands with only bones, skin, and a head. Neither a human nor a familiar. This is the death of a man loyal to neither Gaia nor Guardian. I can't bear to watch. I force myself to stand up. I make a single blade. I push it through Takasago's forehead. The strength rushes out of me after my hollow victory is complete. The last of Takasago's body turns to dust. That was tiring. You're amazing! The survivors surround me. Thank you so much. You saved our lives. I have no idea how you did that. I still can't believe it. Thank you for saving us. They praise me. I search for a response. No, I'm not like that. I'm responsible for making the world end this way. What I helped bring about is worse than any genocide. But I can't say that. Tennoji-kun, you saved my life.
よくやったな。あんな化け物を。
Sensei, Yoshino.
一つ言っておくが、あのメリケン、別にてめえとの勝負用に持ち歩いていたわけじゃないからな。武器じゃねえ。シルバーの一環としていいなと思ったに過ぎねえ。
Nah, I'm no good at this.
なんで泣いてんだてめえ。
Sensei says nothing, instead helping me up. I'm not like that. It's alright. I'm no hero or anything. Okay.
大層なもんだろう。全力でやってたじゃねえか。それでどうして大したことないなんてことがあるんだよ。上に立つもんがぐずってんじゃねえ。
Yoshino-kun.
ち。
Praise, respect, thanks, smiles, kindness. It all hurts. The people begin to calm down. By the time evening turns to night, word spreads to the rest of the refugees. Apparently, Takasago had been attacking several other places too, just to terrorize the town and hinder the evacuation. They think I'm a hero. I can't stand it. Sensei stays with me the whole time and protects me from their words. But even that kindness waits on me. We bring together as many of the surviving refugees as possible. Several of the evacuation routes are blocked now. We had no choice but to move them elsewhere. The problem now is fighting between refugees. There aren't enough Martel employees to watch them all. Some people waiting outside the tunnel entrances try to stop others from joining them. Similar problems occur in every area. And that's when the police choose to make a move. The chief investigator of the police department shows up with his subordinates and introduces himself. Apparently, he was in charge of the Martel investigation. He says he wants to help with the evacuation, and we accept unconditionally. He explains that the Special Investigation Headquarters ordered his unit dissolved. Because of all the new problems happening across Japan, the police had to re-evaluate their priorities. 200 of his investigators are supposed to be recalled to Tokyo, but there's no way for them to get there anymore. So they decided to take independent action and help out here instead. That's what the chief tells us. I tell him about the shelter, the artificial future. A perfectly safe place where everyone can live. Enough food, water, housing, and medical facilities for everyone. The officers look relieved. They also realize that these events are beyond normal human comprehension, so they wanted something firm to cling to. Once we understand each other's situation, they promise to assist us in any way they can. There's not a lot they can do for us, but I'm still grateful. We ask them to guard tunnel entrances and help keep the refugees under control. And we agree that they'll go into the shelter themselves after all the civilians are in. Three days later, about 70% of the people have made it in. The natural disasters have stopped. But restoring civilized society after the damage they've done looks impossible. These disasters took place on a worldwide scale, so there won't be any aid or relief from anywhere. Everyone has to fight for themselves. The whole world is in ruins. No more power, gas, or running water anywhere. There were trucks delivering water at one point, but those are gone now too. People are starving, dying of thirst, suffering. I talk to the government inside the shelter. I ask if they can spare any food or water. They refuse. The supplies they have down there are vital to ensure humanity's survival in the future. They cannot be sent back outside that closed world. But they do say that they'll offer them to anyone who makes it down there. The remaining people are losing energy. They look like zombies as they sit down and wait. Just about all of the TVs have stopped receiving broadcasts now. We still hear something from a radio every so often, but it's just news about a rescue operation here and there. The people they saved are outnumbered 1,000 to 1 by those who died somewhere else in the world. Within the city, the monthly Terra magazine acts as our source of news. It claims to have re-established itself inside the shelter after its staff evacuated. But I wish they hadn't written that "Mysterious Hero Saves the People" article. At the moment, the biggest threat is the vegetation. Ever since the song filled the world, the plants have been acting like familiars. We've been warning people not to approach the forest. If any of them go in, they never come back. The forest itself continues greedily devouring the city. Kasamatsuri was always surrounded by forests. It's impossible to get in or out anymore without aircraft. Will we be able to evacuate everyone before the forest engulfs us? We ask for volunteers to form a team to try and slow down the plants. But every single vine is like a thick rope now. I don't expect them to accomplish much. Tennoji-kun, the forest is getting extremely close to us. I guess we'll have to move. We need to move a large crowd of people again. I look at the map and feel despair. The vegetation covers 45% of the city now. None of us want to look at maps anymore. These areas are cut off now. We won't be able to reach them. Can we go underground? There should be a subway tunnel connecting them. It's even more dangerous underground. The roots move just as fast. And the people who've died down there start producing toxic gases. Gas? Because they decompose so quickly. With all the changes to the environment, even bacteria are working faster than usual, and those gases are flammable. It's probably hydrogen sulfide. It's heavier than air, so it's not safe to try going underground in any of these areas. The more time passes, the fewer options we have. Get some sleep, Tennoji-kun. I'll take your place. I head outside for some fresh air. One of the information networks that is still functioning is the internet. Anyone can produce a strong enough signal to connect to it now. There's a lot of blatantly false information too, but we can still get precious data on important regions. Over 1 billion people have died worldwide. That's insane. And we know that number is only going to increase until we are extinct. I look up at the sky. 3 helicopters pass over us. I feel tense. Is that Guardian? They don't look like news choppers. They're military. They're heading for the Martel HQ. Something flies past them at high speed. 1 helicopter falls to the ground. Other airborne familiars attack the remaining 2. The helicopters rapidly lose altitude and all their passengers leap out. But the familiars don't let anyone escape. They converge on the superhumans like storm clouds before they even hit the ground. When the familiars disperse, nothing but a red mist remains. Even superhumans can't do much in midair. Why are they sending troops here? And why again? They should know about the familiars up there. Does this mean Akane is still near the HQ? But if she is, I should have found her ages ago. And everyone can hear the song now. But those familiars are still taking down helicopters. The sky. There's a thick cloud over the HQ. That cloud feels unnatural. There's one little piece of it that's thicker than the rest. Plus, it's lower than most clouds. It didn't stand out much because of how bizarre the sky's been lately. But even at that height, we shouldn't be able to hear people singing from up there. I head inside the building. The plants haven't invaded this area yet. I find the stairs and head for the top floor. Then I go outside and climb up to the roof. Nothing. Not even a hint. Even if they are singing from way up there. How the hell did they get there? On a flying familiar? A familiar capable of transporting several people through the air. I've never heard of one like that. But I can say for sure there isn't one. I don't get it. I really want to see Akane. I just want to see her. And talk to her. Goof around for a little, then have a more serious conversation. She's so far away. I can't reach her from here.